This morning, President Trump tweeted out, "Martial law equals fake news, just more knowingly bad reporting." What was he talking about? So Saturday morning, the New York Times did an article called "Trump Wade Naming Election Conspiracy Theories as Special Counsel." And in this article, what they were talking about is that President Trump has been playing with the idea that Sidney Powell would become the special counsel to look at the elections before he leaves office on the 20th of January. So my understanding is that on Friday night, there was this heated debate within the White House in the Oval Office. And in attendance was Sidney Powell, one of her clients, Michael Flynn, who we know is the general who was just pardoned a couple weeks ago. And on the phone was Rudy Giuliani. And the discussion was about, well, would it be a good thing to have a special counsel? Well, during this meeting, President Trump looked at Michael Flynn and said, "Hey, explain the martial law theory that you have." And Michael Flynn started talking about it. Basically, it's this. Michael Flynn believes that President Trump has the authority to basically invoke martial law, the Insurrection Act, and looking at swing states and having the military, presumably the U.S. Army, go in and conduct a vote between now and the 6th of January in order to get the true vote of what's going on.
So I hear some murmurings, about the staff shakeup at the Pentagon. And they're putting people in place who might not be opposed to aggressive action. And the president does have some options, at least on paper. Can you tell us what those options are and your opinion, if he might take any of them?
Well, I don't know if he's going to take any of these options. I mean, the president has to plan for every eventuality, because we cannot allow this election and the integrity of our election to go the way it is. I mean, this is just totally unsatisfactory. There's no way in the world that we are going to be able to move forward as a nation with this. So the president has and I just mentioned one of the options. I mean, he could immediately, on his order, seize every single one of these machines around the country on his order. He could also order within the swing states, if he wanted to, he could take military capabilities and he could place them in those states and basically rerun an election in each of those states. I mean, it's not unprecedented. I mean, these people out there talking about martial law, it's like it's something that we've never done. Martial law has been instituted 64 times, Greg. So I'm not calling for that.
During this meeting, I guess, Pat Cipollone, the White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, all said this was just absolutely craziness. This is something that could not be done. But how does this resonate with Trump supporters? As you can see here at the latest million-person MAGA march here in Washington, D.C., well, it's actually gaining ground.
Bring martial law. Listen to General Flynn. Listen that Trump can impose martial law for the sole purpose of conducting a brand new election that will be overseen by the military.
I guess we'll figure out in the next 24 to 48 hours on whether or not this one gains any legs at all. I mean, I was trying to think of the legal issues and so forth, but wow, I can't even think about the logistics issues. Can you imagine trying to mobilize the United States Army, have them set up polling places throughout the swing states, have people actually come and vote, then count all the votes, and if Trump wins that vote count, though he's already lost 3 in Georgia, so he wins that vote count, then trying to get the state electors to send an additional set of electors to Washington, D.C. for the December 14th that's already passed, and then try to get the U.S. Congress to accept those electors instead of the electors that's already been submitted. I can't even imagine. And the idea that this even as a discussion point just baffles my mind. But, the Trump administration said it's not over until January 20th. And from my perspective, I guess it's just not over. Thanks for viewing, and welcome to the Chuck Kyle Show. If you like the content, and as we go down the path to 2024, we always want you to get involved. And the biggest way you can is just click the button and subscribe. And if you think I'm right, wrong, or have a question or a comment, just comment below. Well, we'll see you at the next episode.